What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video we're going to have a look at another student campaign review. Today we have Jared as a guest and he's going to tell us all about his campaign.
What's going on everybody? My name is Jared and I just want to thank Colin for all of the awesome videos that he makes. They're super helpful and just filled with so much value. So this is kind of my way of giving back to the community by doing this campaign review. So this is one of the first campaigns that I ever ran. This is a Starbucks offer, as you can see right here. So it's just to win, I think, $100 Starbucks gift card. And I was running this on the AffiliaXe network. So let's just go over some of my stats real quick. I ran this, like Colin suggests, for 3 days. I think it might have been 3.5 days before I actually turned it off. So I spent $85 testing out 5 different images. They were all Instagram story ads. So I spent 85, and then as you can see over here, I made 65 back. So obviously this campaign was not profitable, so I turned it off. Even though it wasn't profitable, I think you're going to be able to get some value out of things that I did and also did wrong. So the first thing that I didn't know about when I first started doing this campaign is, and Colin says it all the time, is for beginners, don't run inside of the United States. So that's something I didn't realize when I first started this campaign. And as you can see, this is a US offer. So since then, I have migrated out of the United States and I'm seeing a lot better success, and I found winning campaigns outside of the US. So before you yell at me, Colin, don't worry, I already yelled at myself. And I know now to stay away from those US offers. So if we hop back into Facebook, my ads manager, you can see that my cost per click was 14 cents, and now that I've run a few more campaigns, I see that compared to the ones that I'm running now, 14 cents is pretty high. So it's not really that surprising why this wasn't profitable.
Looking at your data, I would say it's a pretty good campaign, but it's US, right? So a click-through rate of 6.81%, swipe up rate is very good in most geos. For the US, not so much. It's more expensive geo, especially the way you target right now, because I've already looked the entire clip. And a big plus is, why is it not profitable? You could make this CPC very profitable with the payout it has, but as you said before, US, the scrubbing, the quality of the leads, Instagram having relatively low quality audience to the advertiser in the back end, doesn't monetize that well. Taken all into consideration, don't run US, but you got that point already.
In terms of how I set up my ads, I just had 5 different ad sets, each for a different image. And as you can see, there's just a different image on each one of those ad sets. If I just open up one of these, the targeting was pretty simple. I just ran these at $5 a day. 18 to 65 plus, I just wanted to go as broad as possible. I was doing men and women, and the only interest that I was targeting was Starbucks. So yeah, like I said, this is just on Instagram stories, and I just wanted everything to be as broad and as simple as possible when I first started out.
So regarding your targeting, I would for sure split male-female. The payout, the budget is good, it's fine. The placement, however, it's at all devices. So even in the small scenario, somebody logs in Insta story on their computer, just go with mobile to ensure. 16 million with such a small budget, 60 million reach with such a small budget will give insignificant data. Meaning the data you get will not guarantee the scaled results. Obviously, it has tremendous scalability. However, in this scenario, you limit your own potential, saying using such a small budget with such a huge audience. In this scenario, I see there's optimized for link clicks. In the United States, you actually do optimize for link clicks. Anywhere else in the world, you do landing page views.
Moving on to what those images actually look like. I have them all right here. So starting from the left, this is image 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. When I look at them like this, they don't look that bad in my mind. The only thing that I can think of right now, and I'm sure Colin can elaborate on this, is, they look the same. They all just look like a drink. So I don't know, maybe trying to switch that up and maybe having, instead of 5 different drinks, maybe like 3 drinks and 2 that are of like a storefront, or something like that, or like a person holding a drink, anything to kind of break up the similarities between these. And another thing that I'm thinking is these are kind of, they look like the drinks look cool, but how many people go to Starbucks and get something like that? I think the vast majority of people just go to Starbucks and get a coffee, and I didn't even have any pictures of coffee. So, that was probably something that I could have done, or at least tried to test as well.
So when I was listening to you explaining your ads and I first saw the ads, I had 3 questions and you answered all of them, which is pretty unique. No student has done that before. So what I wondered was, regarding your ads, I would just stick to the template. So it's kind of like the template, but also kind of not like the template. So stick to the Instagram story ad template. Number 2, I love the images that look really good, but they're not in line with the testing. Right now, you're only testing one angle, which is colorful drinks, special drinks, which is number 2. People go to Starbucks for coffee. As you said, the percentage of people who buy the shit you show here is less than 1%. Also, these drinks are probably not available all the year. Plus, might even not be location specific, right? So this only attaches to like the I would say hipster girls, that kind of audience. So what you want to do first of all is, as you said, storefront, girls with the drinks, a line, drive-through, storefront, I already said storefront, and then drinks, right? So you have 5 different angles. You might want to do 2 images per angle, get 10 images. Use the right layout, the right template, and then the copy is good. What I don't like is the call to action is too small and the copy itself is too big. So the swipe up should be the call to action, which needs to be bigger. Other than that, it was a great first testing round.
So in terms of tracking these ads, I used volume, and I'm still using volume. I really like volume. I haven't had any troubles with it or anything like that so far, and I'm able to see exactly which ad set made me the sale. So I went ahead and exported this data into a spreadsheet, and I just compiled the numbers right here. So I'll just pull this up right in front of the ads. So let me make this smaller real quick. So image 1, which is this one, only had 1 sale. Image 2 had 8. Image 3 had 4. Image 4 had 7. And image 5 had 6. So, clearly image 1 and image 3 sucked for whatever reason. And image 2 did the best. Another thing for the ads is I used the same copy on all the ads. So if I really wanted to test out more, I think it probably would have been a good idea to test out just a little bit of different copy, just switch it up a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what I would have written instead of, want a $100 Starbucks gift card, but I think in order to test more thoroughly, it would have been a good idea to at least change up the copy a little bit.
So because you didn't cut up the ad sets, there's not much to look at, and you look at the ad level. What you need to take into consideration is Facebook optimizes the ad level, meaning it will give the desired reach to one specific ad in the end, and that ad will bring in all the conversions. You can therefore trust Facebook to optimize for you. You don't need to look at ad level necessarily yourself. Regarding the copy, what I would do is just stick with the baseline copy. As soon as something is profitable, you might test other copies to see to increase CTR. But the copy swipe up and win X gift card, it works always the best to see if it's profitable or not.
In terms of the landing page, I just used the standard template that he gave us. For Instagram stories, I was just using 2 different questions. The first question is, how did you hear about us? And the second question is, where are you from? And of course, the United States was the first answer because that's where I knew that all the people would be coming from. And Instagram was the first answer on, the how did you hear about us question, because I knew that all the people were going to be coming from Instagram. For whatever reason, I thought it would be a good idea to have this background image, and if you just switch over to the mobile view, I don't know, it just doesn't look good, because all you see is like this faded Starbucks logo, and it's not even centered. So I think a good idea would have been to just have this be, a solid color background, just so that it doesn't, look like garbage, because that looks like shit. So that's also what I've been doing in some of my winning campaigns. I don't know exactly how much of a difference it makes, but every little bit helps. I guess the last thing that I want to talk about is just some of the stats on the individual ads. So remember, image one was really garbage. This one only got one sale or one commission, and it had the highest CPC. It had the lowest click-through rate. So I think it's obvious that all of those things combined were what made this one do so poorly. When you look at some of these other ones, like image 2 had a 12-cent CPC, which isn't horrible, and it actually had 8 sales, which is $20. So this ad was actually profitable. I think this is the only one. Yeah, because image 4 made $17.50. So I guess, this one actually made money, but it didn't really make like a whole lot of sense to keep going with it. And I also don't really think I did this calculation to even see that it did make money. So I think this is the first that I'm actually seeing that. Overall, I think the stats are pretty decent. An 8% click-through rate is okay. I've had campaigns that have like a 15 to 16% click-through rate, so obviously it could be improved. I think that's one thing to take away from this, is that you can always improve your ads. Another thing that I probably should have tested was male versus female. I still don't know which gender got me these sales. Maybe the females were just way more profitable than the males and they made all my money. I don't really know that. So if I was going to do this again, ideally it wouldn't be in the United States, for one, and secondly, I would definitely split test gender to see if I could increase my ROI that way. Oh, and just by the way, this is what the landing page looks like. I don't know if I showed this before, but this is what it looks like. Pretty standard, 3 questions, and then you go enter your information, and that's where the sale occurs. That's pretty much all I got, though. I just like to keep it short and sweet. Those are my stats. This is what I did. This is what I think could be improved on. Looking forward to what Colin has to say about everything that I did. I know there's definitely things that could be improved on to maybe make this campaign work. But yeah, that's about it. Just thanks again for Colin for everything that you do, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.
Thank you to Jared for submitting your campaign. I think this is very beneficial for a lot of people. So to sum up, 1, don't run US. 2, cut up the ad sets if you have such a small budget compared to audience size. Male female is a good one, and you can split up the age ranges from 18 to 24, 25, 34, 35, 44, 45, 54, and 55 plus, or 55, 64, and then 65 plus, depending on how much budget you have to spend, because it's all going to follow the 3-day rule. So if you go male female, it doubles the amount of spend. If you go male female plus 5 age gaps, it 10 times the spend, right? It depends on how much trust you have in the campaign. If you have a limited budget, just do male female split 18 plus and let it run that way. Insta story, mobile only, 3x payout. Regarding your images, follow the Instagram template. It increases your odds of success. I'm not saying it's always better than what you come up with, but the baseline average is that it increases your odds of success. Follow the standard copy, follow the testing structure, meaning don't test only one angle. Follow the copy. So on Instagram stories, you don't need to change the copy. Leave the copy the same, but different images. So not all drinks. Maybe, as you said, storefront drink, people drinking, coffee stand, line, drive-through, those kind of images. Then again, on the other hand, you're using the ClickFunnels template I provide to everybody who joins my Facebook group. It looks good. The background, keep it white. In this case, I agree. The background is just distracting. Other than that, you're using Volume. I have recently partnered with Volume, so there's a discount link in the description down below for anybody who wants to use it. Then we look at your data. I would say, as I said before, don't run US. Your click-through rate percentage is good. As you mentioned in the video, it's gotten better. And I mean, if you make ads with 50% swipe up rate, I want you back with another campaign review where you show me your best campaign, and there we give some critique. Obviously, it would be very interesting to critique a high-performing, profitable campaign. But so far, you were very clear. Everything is looking good, and I'm not surprised that you have some very profitable campaigns because your structure looks good. You're very creative, and I would ask everybody to thank Jared in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.